Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know what time it is. This is the Saturday edition of Around the Mat. We told you we took a hiatus, but we fully back, baby. We covering WWE and AEW. We going forward. This episode is strictly WWE, and as tradition, I wouldn't do this shit on the camera. You wouldn't see my face if Code Nameless wasn't there. So you know what time it is, man. Code, talk to him, man. Talk to the folks, man.
Yes, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, as he said, we are back. We did take a little hiatus, but we coming back full flex. Had some plans in the making, and now we're gonna put them to work here. We're about a week. No, we are literally. It's a Saturday. We are a week off of WrestleMania Night One, and there's a lot of stuff going on this week. But we're not going to be talking about AEW and how they fumbled the ball. We're talking about Raw,
Oh, good night.
specifically Raw. So, uh, and SmackDown, WWE specifically. We're going to that brand right now because that's what we do on Saturdays, baby.
Man, and he's not lying. And before we dive right on into Raw and SmackDown from this week post WrestleMania 40, arguably the biggest WrestleMania of all fucking time.
It's not
Uh,
arguably the numbers are in, the
I,
stats are in. It's in the book.
I stand corrected. The best WrestleMania of all time. Because that's what we, folks, if y'all was there for the watch party, y'all heard us say it 1,000 times. This is the best goddamn wrestling we've ever fucking seen.
Yeah,
And just one moment before we dive back into everything, just I'm gonna throw up the one time for the tribal chief, for Ro Ray, for the bloodline, and we'll talk about continued bloodline business. But for everything that Ro Ray has done for this business, dude, this man deserves more than a standing ovation. He deserves a sitting ovation if you can't stand the fuck up. Acknowledge the tribal chief, man. Like without Ro Ray, there is no WWE, especially for the last 5 years. So big shout
yeah,
out to Joe. And if it's a leukemia battle and everything else he got to do to retool, we hope that the Lord bless him and he come back full fledged, stronger, better than ever. Roman Reigns 3.0, the ultimate chief, not just the tribal. He's the head
you're
of the
absolutely
family.
right. Absolutely right, bro. There's a lot of people in wrestling who say, I've carried this company for X amount of years, this, that, and the other. But nobody embodies putting the company on their back and taking it to a new level than Roman Reigns. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
There's no he might not have all the glory that Kenny Omega does, but Kenny Omega ain't put AEW on his back. He was
man,
part of a squad, and one of them niggas went back to WWE.
man.
So,
And you
uh,
wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a future tag team try to slip their way over, and an apprentice of said man who slipped over to WWE. Because what they say for those in the know, he said the bidding war of 2024. Hmm.
that's right. That's right. So let's get into it, man.
Yeah, let's just
Monday
dive
after
right in.
Raw. Generally, Monday after Raw, you expect some big names to come out to debut, things like that. In my opinion, this year's Raw after Mania was a little timid. It was a little tampered. There wasn't much going on.
He, folks, he means it was a little more tempered. That's the word he's looking for. Because I know exactly what he's saying. Like it. Yeah, go ahead.
You're absolutely right. You're
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
right. It was timid. It was tapered. There wasn't much going on. It was like their victory lap, and I would give it to them. I will give it to them. You absolutely deserve victory lap, but I had higher expectations on a Monday after WrestleMania to
Man,
promote some of their upcoming stars that's going to be featured this year. But it
exactly.
started off with a 40 plus minute segment of Cody Rhodes coming out, grandstanding, The Rock
Man,
coming out saying, congratulations, I
right.
came to give you your flowers, this, that, and the other. And the craziest part about it in my head was the moment when The Rock said, Cody, let me hold your belt. I've held every belt in this company but
You
that one.
you're not
Let me
lying,
hold your
Malik.
belt.
It was some bull. You ain't lying, but
Which
you
makes
know,
me think that the entire time that The Rock was hanging out with Roman Reigns, he tried a couple times, like, "Hey, let me hold that belt for a second." Roman Reigns said, "Hell no, because I'm
right.
the champ. I'm numero uno." And so he had to wait for Roman
Look,
Reigns to lose the belt to even touch the gold, nigga. But
exactly because the Roman Reigns is the tribal chief, and he's anointed by the family. The Rock may be the biggest star in the family, but Roman Reigns is the tribal chief, anointed by the elders. The elders felt this is the best path for them to continue to dominate and make money, and I feel they nailed it. I don't think Dwayne could have carried that title like how Roe Ray carried it for 4 plus years. I said, bro, we've never seen him carry it longer than 6 months. So
That's
I
right,
mean,
because Stone Cold was on his ass, nigga. You
man,
can't be
you know
past
what
the
I'm
goat,
saying?
nigga.
That's what I'm saying, bro. In a land full of sperm whales and great blue whales and great white sharks and all that shit, it's just Roe Ray
He's
spearing one
swimming.
animal, one
He's
animal at
swimming.
a time. You came up which beast first, bro? After Brock Lesnar, everything else was fodder. It's you. You can't feed the boss in the beginning and then expect side characters to take him out.
The Rock came out. Final boss said his goodbyes. Told Cody Rhodes not to break his heart again. When did Cody Rhodes break his heart? When did he ever?
Apparently, when he talked about the family line, he didn't acknowledge what the Hanoi or Aoi, or however you want to pronounce it, Polynesian folk. You come after if you want to. This is American, baby.
I mean, you can
You
twist that story any way you want to, nigga. But
man,
Cody Rhodes came out and spitting facts, and I'm not like a Cody fan like that, but he
not at
did come out
all.
spitting facts. He said this whole thing was bullshit. You did not win the Royal Rumble. I did, and I choose who's going to main event WrestleMania, not you. I don't care if you the boss or not. I don't care if you cousins with the boss, Roman Reigns. You don't get to dictate this shit. I do. And he came
And
out and said it. And I can't ignore facts, man. He said the facts. And so when it comes down to it,
mm-hmm.
and The Rock says, uh, don't break my heart again, I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? You came and overstepped your boundaries and you got put back in your place, man. That's that's
See,
that's all it is. You mad
I,
because Cody Rhodes didn't let you just walk all over him?
I think this got more to do with he wanted an edgier, a more heel-esque kind of Cody Rhodes to win the title without knowing. And this is something me and you never talked about since he came to AEW. I mean, since he came from AEW, I should say. Dude, because we said it back then, and this is the first time we ever going to talk about it on air. Cody Rhodes is the heel who don't know he's a heel.
In
Bro, he
AEW, yes, absolutely. Cody
and that's
Rhodes
the
was a heel who didn't know he was a heel.
and that
And
is
he came out squashing people left and
and
right for that TNT title.
and it's translating over into WWE now. He done squashed everything. He squashed Seth Rollins 4 different times. They had to give him a consolation belt because they couldn't just let him beat Cody because the heel turn and shooter. As far as I'm concerned, this belt didn't go face. It's still heel and people just don't know it. But we know it. Me and you know it. We've been seeing it for the last 6 years.
I'm just waiting because you already know I don't like the goody goody two shoes. Every time he grabs a microphone, he has white tears from his eyes because he's so proud to be there type champion. Nigga, that is not what we need. Nigga. We need somebody that's gonna dominate. And Cody Rhodes don't have that dog in him. You might have one night. You've been there for 2 years and you got your one night to
Right,
get that champion. Paul Heyman said it best on SmackDown, and we'll go over that. But Paul Heyman said it best. He took advantage, and in that second became the champion.
right.
So I'm wanting to see how this is going to progress. Is Cody Rhodes really going to let that dog out? Is he going to start healing it up, or is he just going to be handshaking for everybody that comes in? Let me shake your hand before the match. And if you win, let the better man win. I don't want that type of champion, bro. You can take
Mm.
that shit right on back over to AEW, bro.
Oh no, you can take about the WCW because they don't do that in AEW. Ain't nobody shaking hands and smiling faces, smiling in your face. You know what? I'm here for this check, and like my boy Booker T say, checks and championships, baby. Like
Goddamn right.
that's all I'm here for. Uh,
So, in my opinion, Raw was only a 2 hour show because the first hour was completely hogged
by heel Cody Rhodes, just
by Cody Rhodes,
he's showing the
sucking up
industry
the airtime,
tricks. He's showing
sucking
the
up the
industry
airtime. The
tricks.
Rock doing his. He said he's gonna ride off into the sunset, but when he comes back, he's coming for Cody. Well, okay, sure, all right,
Yeah, we'll see. Good night.
that's fine,
Sounds
whatever.
good. Sounds like a
Well,
good time, bud. We'll
yeah.
see.
For the
We
first
shall see.
official match of Raw we saw Nakamura versus the NXT champion. Uh, Drogonoff was his
Yeah,
name.
Ivan drive a lot, whatever his name. Ivan
Ilya
Drago is what I call him.
Ilya Dragunov.
I call him Ivan Drago at this point.
And this
I
nigga's
don't.
finishing move is a flying headbutt. I said, these niggas.
Benoit, they got to recycle
It was
it.
not a fly. It wasn't a top rope headbutt though. It was just a missile headbutt. It was the glass cow kiss, and his feet was off the fucking floor. Nigga. Come on now.
The glass cow missile.
I said, this shit is weak. This is your champion. This is your champion? I said, all right, NXT, you have to show me something, bro. You have to show me something. I said, okay. He got the win over Nakamura. I guess they're in this stage now where, of course, it doesn't matter where you come from. If you're a champion, you're not
Right.
losing the match. Because that seemed like it was the theme of the night. We had a couple of champions in matches, and they weren't losing by a long shot. Nakamura
Yeah.
was the first one to take that L.
And then you got to remember they still got Braun Breaker and Mr. Kansas City himself, Baron Corbin, still tag champions in NXT. And you just see it a lot though. You see Natalia make her way to NXT, I guess to try to capture the NXT women's title, something she ain't never had. But I do like how WWE opened up the door to where talent can go kind of between either brand. But at the same time, it almost don't make sense to have a draft in if you're picking certain superstars for certain brands if you're still letting certain people freelance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how the brand is going to go. You're absolutely right, but I don't think just because uh, uh, Elijah or Ilya, yeah, I think his name is Ilya,
Ilya, yeah, that sounds about right.
Ilya Dragunov. I don't think he just because he debuted on Raw or whatever on Monday that he's going to be drafted to Raw. I mean, like I said, that's got SmackDown. It's still got NXT written all over it. His moveset wasn't impressive enough, especially to go against King of Strong Style. Nakamura was selling like a motherfucker, but Dragunov didn't do it for me. I may be wrong. We'll keep eyes on him and see more of him, hopefully. Um, Speaking more to the fact that what you said that they let the NXT people uh, come in and out and things like that. Are they going to be doing that long term? Are we going to be seeing more Dragunov later on, through the months, or is it just going to be
And
every
see,
now and then he shows up?
and
Oh,
that's what I'm thinking. Because the only reason why I'm thinking that is because if you remember, Brian Breaker had signed to SmackDown, but then he went and got the NXT tag titles with Baron Corbin. So it's just like if you're part of the main brand, they let you pop down to NXT when you want to, kind of deal. Like, is it working that way? Because my thing is, I can see whenever Carmella come back and trying to take a run at the NXT title, and it'd be believable that she could really win it and hold on to it for a little bit. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking about future. Like, yeah, really, how are you setting these titles up, Hunter? Because my only thing is, you're getting certain card things right. You're getting a lot of pop, but my thing is, there's still not enough gold to solidify how you got people moving around these rosters. And so it almost makes the draft meaningless, in my opinion. Because especially if I just feel like, oh yeah, I signed the Raw, but shit, they said me and Jim Jam can go and get a tag title shot at NXT tomorrow night, and we got a real chance of winning the gold. So I mean, like, well, I don't think anybody who's in that position would turn down a title shot, no matter what brand it's on. If it's really just free range, I don't know.
unless it's a play that they really go bring out of left field where they do something like they elevate the NXT titles to be on the main rosters.
Yeah.
And then let those be like the light heavyweight championships or the next NXT. You got the NXT champion. I always said this TNA, not TNA, but what was the show that AJ
ECW?
Styles Impact Wrestling.
Impact, yeah.
How they had their X Division champion. If you held that X Division champion at the end of the year, you could choose to turn it in, give up the belt for basically like Money in the Bank. You give up the belt and you become number one contender for the big title. If they do that
Right,
with the NXT titles, that would be dope. Like you
right.
have the NXT Women's Champion, you have the Tag Team Champions, and then you have the NXT belt itself. And if you want, at the end of the year, come WrestleMania, whatever the case may be, if you want to vacate that title to take a shot at somebody with the big gold, then that would be dope. You kind of like Kind of
It
like the
would
next
be.
champion, nigga. That's basically
Because you at this point, because if you really think about it, you only got what, three women's titles, including the NXT. You got pretty much three main, well, almost four if you count the UK title as a heavyweight belt for the UK. Like I said, 'cause you got to remember that, and the North American. I mean, they got to they would really have they if they're gonna brand merge, they need to just do it all the way like you talking about.
right. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on. After Nakamura and Drogonov's match, the Judgment Day came out to celebrate their
The
victories
and
where
you
they
talk about the
were.
highlight of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
But
You
yeah,
had my boy Damian Priest, and I've been a day one Damian Priest fan. And like I said, dude, big men need titles, man. I've been a part of that movement. I keep saying, man, certain big men need to have a title because what's a world heavyweight title if you don't have a Andre the Giant or a Test or Kevin Nash here and there? So,
but that's what
you
Bronson Reed was talking about. It's almost about to show you who the next real heavyweight champion is going to be. Even though he lost his match, we'll get to that later. But
we'll
that's what
get
I'm
to that.
talking about. Big man need the titles.
Yeah, but he's a part of that same Damian Priest NXT run though too. Like I said, people sleep on him too, but we'll definitely get to him. But shout out to my boy Damian Priest, who's more than deserving to be a heavyweight champion, and I hope he held on to that belt for a while. And I love everything about Judgment Day because you got mommy, now you got the heavyweight champion, and like my boy R Truth said, if he still is the best promo of the year, I'd have brought the tag titles back to Judgment Day.
Or Truthie.
I keep, bro. If folks who watch this show, y'all know me and Code Nameless, bro. We are avid fans of Ron Kelly, bro. I keep saying he's a jewel, he's a joy. He's the best thing in WWE besides the Tribal Chief, man. This dude
Yeah.
is nothing but gold,
He's
nothing but.
hilarious. Mommy came out. She said, Mommy's still on top. Finn Balor introduced Damian Priest. Soon as Damian Priest got in the ring, went like that. Who slid in? It was Ron the Truth Killers, nigga, with his
Bro,
championship
they
title.
holding
Nigga.
they held their belts up. He said, "I'm gonna slide in right in the middle."
He said, No,
Oh
Truth, we ain't
God,
doing this, Truth. We ain't doing this. He said, What? I brought the tag team titles back to the
man.
Judgment Day.
Yeah, y'all need to be nothing but grateful. He said we just gotta bring my nigga the Miz, but we in the game, man. Like
Miz
this
came
is
out and was like, I don't want to be part of the Judgment Day.
crazy.
And then Finn Balor laid down the gauntlet. It was like, hey, all right, enough of this, man. If y'all so bad, why don't you go ahead and put them titles on the line tonight? And
Man.
Truth was like, well, our partner is going. Well, there's three of us. We can't do it. We can't
Right.
do it. He said, well, there's only two of y'all. He said, well, no, we got a partner that you can't see. I
That you
immediately
can't
knew who he was talking about.
immediately
Anybody who thought
anybody
he was
his
talking about Little
childhood
Jimmy is
hero.
crazy.
If you know Ron Killings and his childhood hero, you know who he's talking about.
So the
Oh
match
God.
starts off after the commercial break. John Cena is nowhere to be seen. Really couldn't see that nigga.
Man.
It was a 2-on-3 beatdown, and they was losing.
Man.
About 10 minutes into the match, John Cena music hit. He pulled off his ball cap, and I saw it at WrestleMania, but even more so now, nigga. John got a little ball spot coming on here. He needs to just go
Oh
ahead and save it and
yeah,
let it go.
yeah. It's the same
He,
one Hollywood been covering up. We know he got it back there. But I see he didn't have it must have been a short flight. He didn't have that WrestleMania stylist on standby. He should have
no,
kept the cap on.
he should have kept the cap on or cut it short with the crew cut.
Right, or
Something.
went back to the buzz, right. But that's Ricky Stanecki. He in so many movies now when that shit plugged up, he don't even be thinking about it no more.
John Cena came in and does what he does. His 5 moves of death. Had Truth,
Oh God.
had Truth, the
Oh
Miz,
God.
and him
Moves to
do the
death. You
five
don't
knuckle
even
shuffle.
understand.
You already
Oh
know it's shoulder charge, backdrop. You can't see me. AA, nigga, that's it. One, two, three, four, five. 5 moves of death. Let everybody get in the glory.
John Cena's the new Papoose in wrestling. Five moves of death. You don't understand. I got the WWE in the palm of my hands. I could make a tight fist and let it crumble ridiculous. Oh God. Are we? Oh, Oh God, he said I gotta
Ridiculous.
show the charge, and the AA dude hit you with the. Oh my
I
God,
got
hit you with a
shoulder charge,
backdrop, and you
backdrop.
can't see,
You can't
dude.
see me.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Oh God, you're
So
right.
John Cena does what John Cena does. Went
That's
ahead.
got to go on a T-shirt. Five moves of death. Look good night.
I'm sure it has been because I'm not the only one that noticed that shit, bro. People always call John Cena out for that bullshit.
Five moves of death. You
He
don't
get
even
his ass beat
understand.
90% of the match, and then all of a sudden, here come the five moves, and can't nobody for whatever reason they can't reverse it.
He ain't lying. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, to get on through a lackluster Raw, like I said, after Judgment Day came, John Cena came. They hit him with the five moves of death in synchrony three times over. So it's about 15 moves of death. And one, two, three for the Awesome Miz featuring John Cena. Good
Damn
night.
right.
Or the Awesome Truth, I mean. Good night.
After that, mommy was backstage with
Looking delicious. Shout
looking
out to
good as
mommy.
all she can. Was talking to Dom, saying, "Hey, you let this nigga in. You got to deal with this problem, man. You got to deal with Andrade Idolo." He's like, "Okay, I'll go talk to Pierce about it." And then out of
Mm-hmm.
nowhere, Liv Morgan
Mm-hmm.
crashed mommy.
Sure
So
did.
Liv Morgan feeling some kind of way about being left out of WrestleMania, I'm sure.
Cause you know
Uh,
she said she's the last person to pin Rhea Ripley,
and it's true. It's
right?
true.
So she got that mousetrap animosity, is what I call it.
I don't know if she got the mousetrap animosity, but she sure do got a chip on her shoulder. That's all right. Liv Morgan, I don't care how many times you gonna jump somebody in the back because she did that. She jumped Becky from behind because Becky
Yeah,
interrupted her match against Rhea Ripley a few weeks ago. Uh, that's not gonna be enough. That's not
it
gonna be
ain't
enough. You're gonna have to come up with something else and then cry about it all you want to. You just
because if the man couldn't turn mommy into a bottom, I doubt Liv Morgan can.
I'm trying to tell you, Liv Morgan, take your
Because
cute
like
little ass somewhere else, man. You better
right, I
go
was like,
fight.
because Becky Lynch had the promo moment of WrestleMania. Well, mommy's gonna have to learn what it's like to be a bottom, because that's what happens when the man comes through, and the man got rolled just like the boy Buddy. Shout out to my boy Buddy Matthews for bagging the baddest chick in WWE at the moment. Well, no, I can't even take that back. It's Jay Cargill landed. So shout out to him for having the second baddest. Well, actually, in all reality, the fourth baddest chick in WWE. But look, top five ain't you losing, man. Not in this kind of race.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, because
After that jumping backstage, we had Roxanne Perez, NXT
oh
Women's
yeah,
Champion, taking on Indy Hartwell. And
and
again, the
she's been
theme
coming up. They
who
really like
Roxanne?
Indy Hartwell.
Oh, you talking about Indy?
Yeah, a lot of people really like Indy Hartwell.
They just waiting for that storyline to crack because Candice LeRae is about sick and tired of losing with this all bubblegum happy to be here attitude. And Candice LeRae is like, look, bitch, I've been here. I'm over it. You either need to make these wins, you need to get this shit done, or we need to split. And I can see her turning her back either in the tag match where she like jumps off the rope for a tag, or at the end of another loss that Indy Hartwell's been racking up here the last few weeks, just taking out her frustrations and jumping her in the middle of the ring. Like Candice LeRae ain't gonna be keep taking this shit. Candice LeRae's definitely going for the heel turn, but they just got to pull the trigger on it. Roxanne
Yeah,
Perez.
and make it believable. But small thing about Candice LeRae, yeah, we can give you a heel turn. It might pop you a little bit, but that pop still ain't gonna ever be a bubble big enough to make you champion.
Absolutely. After the Roxanne Perez won, another weak ass finishing move from the NXT roster. She did the John Cena monkey flip pin.
Yeah, yeah.
We
Oh, good. The
the
roll. I
I
call it the rolling monkey. Shout out to RVD, but they ain't rolling thunder.
can't quite sick flip pile driver is what I call it, man. Can't quite stick flip
Right.
it. So let me just lie on your back and then flip you over and shit. Shit is weak, man. That NXT, man. Y'all got to step it up. I remember when moves used to be lethal, and,
Right.
and these little cookie cutter moves are not impressing me. But Roxanne Perez walks away with the victory. After that match, Sami Zayn comes out for a promo, all hype about winning, giving Gunther his props. Gunther has been the best in it. Is the best, not one of the best. He is the best Intercontinental Champion we've ever had,
Uh,
and I'm the
I,
one that beat him. It was me. It was
I
me.
still
I'm the
think the
one that beat
Miz
him.
is the best Intercontinental Champion, but
Yeah, when he
maybe
brought
that's
back
just
that cocaine white strap, nigga, hell yeah, nigga,
yeah,
he
I
got
don't
that
know.
way.
But I'm trying to tell you about that cocaine white back and held it a long ass time. I mean, Gunther had to break his record.
Hmm.
So, and shout out to the Miz, man, for making that title prestigious again, enough to where Gunther had to go on a nasty run with it, and they had to change the whole title up. Him and Sami Zayn, they're the last two Intercontinental champions that I can remember. So, yeah, like I said, shout out to him. But Gunther on the bigger and better things, man. He's gonna be the one to holler at Cody, man. We're gonna have to see.
I don't know. He might go after that heavyweight championship.
Everybody, you know, your boy main event Jay say he going after it.
Main event Jay just won the match for to see who was fighting Cody, didn't he?
No, he won the one to fight Damon Priest.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right then.
that's what I sound like, bro. You know how many times you get squash trying to go for the same belt, man? 'Cause there ain't no way Damien about to come off that thing out immediately. There ain't gonna be
No,
nothing but what they say, fodder to the chicken.
damn right. Then you're gonna have to have some backup like Cody did, because you're not going through the Judgment Day like that, bro.
You
You're
just
not.
not.
I don't care how much you hate Dave, Dominique, nigga. That nigga puts in
Right.
dividends. He
Oh
want to
yeah,
make. If he's out there, you bound to walk out that championship, nigga.
for sure, without a doubt, because that's what he's there for. He's a championship move maker.
For sure. Sami Zayn promo got interrupted by Imperium, saying they're disgusted that he's holding that belt that Gunther held so prestigiously, and they were about to jump this nigga Sammy, but along come Chad Gable to make the save. Uh, Immediately knew that this was about to be a tag match, and for sure it was.
Yeah, he ain't lying, folks. And underwhelming is not the word I would use, but it would almost be along the lines of that. I don't know what it is, man. You would think
It was a
Chad Gable,
victory lap Raw. It was a victory lap Raw, nigga. But
yeah,
that's not
maybe
what
that's
we
it.
went to after WrestleMania. That's not what we
Right,
came to see. A victory lap. Your victory lap was night two, nigga, when the
right,
tennis record came in.
right. Yeah,
Sammy, Sammy and Chad, of course, since Sammy's the champion, you could already tell that they was gonna go ahead and take that title because Gunther was nowhere to help Imperium. Imperium has been known for racking up losses left and right. They did have one good victory once upon a time a few weeks ago, but that's about it. That's the only one I can remember. 'Cause Imperium has been racking up L's left and right. And there's
left
another
and right. Beyond nails, like, dude, like, yeah, it's been sad, really.
real sad. After Sammy and Chad won their match, Chelsea Green
Chelsea
came.
Green,
She came to the Raw managers, the SmackDown manager and the NXT manager, and was like, "I can't believe y'all didn't put me on the card. How you gonna have the biggest WrestleMania ever and not put me on there? I need some compensation. I need to be featured."
man,
And they was like, "Well, okay, we got you in the match right now. Go ahead to the ring." And who did she come up against? But none other than Jade Cargill. Man,
man.
that's
Talk
not who
about
you
getting
wanted to
fed.
see.
Talk about getting fed to the lions, then, or to the Omega level mutants. And you're like, like, good
That's not
night.
who you wanted to see, bro.
It's not. Like, say, I mean, she's Jay Cargill has all the makings to be the best female wrestler of all time. She has the physical strength, the athleticism, and the looks and the personality. She has everything that goes along with it. Mike's skills can be a little more polished, But after that, it's a wrap, dude. Like, dude, she's gonna be everywhere,
And it's not going
everywhere.
to be a problem because that's going to come with experience. She either going to get good or they're going to give her a mouthpiece. And if anybody wants to be a mouthpiece for Jay Cargill, you know it's Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman,
You damn right.
the first
The bell
Heyman
didn't even
girl.
finish ringing for the match before Jay Cargill had her up for Jaded. Nigga, 1, 2, 3, and nigga hit the music again. The dude on the DJ booth was working in overtime. He said, "Spin it back." Yep. All right, spin
Yeah,
it back,
spin it
man.
back. Right.
Yeah.
Oh God, you ain't lying.
After that,
Uh,
there was a little promo from Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn telling Gable, I handed you that victory on the platter. Just kidding. Ha ha. I'm just joking with you. We can go ahead and run them ones next week in my hometown of Montreal for this title. And Chad Gable was like, yeah, I can't wait. And I'm like, well, you already know what it is. He's a champion in his hometown. He's not losing. Gable, why would you be
right,
excited?
because it ain't Sasha Banks, so you know he gonna win that match.
So
Sasha
that's a match
Banks.
right there that's already in the books. I don't care what you say.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you because unless you Sasha Banks, then that match is going your way. Sasha Banks, the only champion in WWE history I know, can't hold it through the weekend until the first title defense. Or if she do, she loses it right at the next pay per view, which is conveniently 2 weeks away. How you know how WWE used to do it.
Yeah.
I good night, man. So
If Sami Zayn loses this belt, I will be super surprised and
I
a
would be
bigger fan of
thoroughly
Chad Gable.
remiss. I would be remiss if he lost this thing to Shoes Nation. It just wouldn't make sense.
I would be surprised and a bigger fan of Chad Gable. I'm already a fan of Chad Gable. Little Angle, that little
Yeah, little
nigga.
angle. I'm saying he just once he turned into perk angle, it'd be over. He just got to get that next level.
Absolutely. And then we had the main event of the night. It was a four-way match to see who was. I guess it was who was going to challenge Priest for the belt. I was mistaken. I
Yeah.
thought it was Cody Rhodes. That 40-minute promo of him coming out naming off all these names. I thought it was going to be for his belt, but I guess not. So it was Drew McIntyre versus Jay Uso, Ricochet,
Hmm.
and Bronson Reed, all in a
Right.
four-way match. And Bronson Reed was throwing his weight around something fierce in that match.
You ain't lying, but dude, shout out to Bronson Reed. Even since the NXT Dutch title days when he was trying to get that North American. You want to just talk about a dude who's a stand up guy. Company let him go. He came back. Like all kind of shit, bro. You can say everything about this man and his characteristics. I say his characteristics, but and his character, same thing. But dude, shout out to him, man. A stand up guy who you like to see in those kind of semi main event esque moments. You want to see him do better than Mark Henry. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
something in your soul make you feel that way.
Absolutely. Ricochet, of course, killed himself trying to
As
take out
tradition.
Bronson Reed.
Right. As tradition.
Broke through the table, but it looked like he hit the corner of the table. All his stomach hit the corner of that table. More more of Ricochet hit the side of the table than actually hitting Bronson Reed on that splash on that 450 splash. It was a
Right.
nice move though. 450 to the outside of the ring onto the table. Got to give it up to Ricochet.
Well, and for people in the know, you know who Ricochet is, even from the old wrestling from now to then, Prince Puma. I
Yep.
mean, jumping off the announcer's booth, which is at least clearly 40 feet away from the ring, and doing stuff that nobody would probably dare do. Man, I got so much respect for Ricochet and the things that he's done and put his body on the line to do.
Yep.
If he
Well,
wasn't so small, man, he could be heavyweight champion. This ain't a knock against small men who's wrestling professionals, but you've got to have that once in a generation that's talent like a Rey Mysterio for them to kind of bestow you with that kind of thing, man. Like you got to really go through the trenches. But if anybody deserves it, will be Ricochet, man. He's the most floatiest dude I've seen since my boy Dante Martin.
right. Dante Martin, yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. Nigga, Ricochet would make a perfect cruiserweight champion or a light heavyweight champion.
Oh
Perfect. You just
yeah,
need to bring them belts
perfect.
back.
Perfect. Because then you could get him involved and somehow find my boy Jack Evans from the heavens, bring him in, bring in some real cups, bring in some floaties, man. Stop playing. I want to see people who can float on the wind like a feather, man. We trying to get this thing cracking.
Drew McIntyre was this close to winning that match, but out of the crowd,
CM
CM
Punk,
Punk.
dude. The consensus cancer in wrestling. CM Punk, man. God damn, dude. I wasn't a fan then, and I see why I'm not a fan now. And we've seen a lot this week. Like I said, we'll talk about it more next week when we dive into the AEW clips. But you see all the release clips of AEW, him sucker punching Jungle Jack and all that stuff, man. And now you see Jungle Jack and NW Japan, I'm saying NW Japan, but NWJP, and he's going crazy over there, hitting people with all CM Punk's moves, baiting him, taunting him, giving everybody the GTO, or GTO or the GT, the GTS, GTF, BLT, whatever you call it. Everybody's getting one.
Everybody's catching sleepers, man.
Everybody's catching it, dude.
You're
And
absolutely right, man. So I mean, that shit is crazy. You know Drew McIntyre is livid. He was livid when he came out before the match, grabbed his microphone, said this is some bullshit. I can't believe they let this nigga CM Punk. I was in your face talking big shit. You didn't do nothing. The moment I turn my back on you, you gonna trip me, hit me in the face with your little brace, and let this nigga Damian Priest come take my title. Oh, it's up for you, nigga. And when I see you, it's like that. And CM Punk said, okay, let me real quick purchase one of these tickets, nigga, and slide through the crowd. Grab your
I'm
foot real
telling you,
quick.
dude, man, that feud is gonna be a bloodbath. And I really hope that Drew walk away the winner in that situation, man. Because there ain't no more putting over CM Punk. Everybody chanting his name, they crying, they chanting, blah, blah, blah. But CM Punk too old to carry any kind of company. And I don't see him being champion. Maybe
Yep.
heavyweight champion since it's the B belt. But other than that, man, it's good I don't see CM Punk, man. Like, why is he even still here? Why are we even still doing this? So
Well, since CM Punk fucked up, Jay or the Claymore, Jay Uso capitalized, big splash, 1, 2, 3, and he's
sure
number one
did.
contender for your heavyweight championship.
Against
Then
the
we
yeah, that's what I'm saying, against Damian Priest. So we're gonna see, man. Whew. Talk about getting put down, and like I said, I don't. And as much as I like Jey Uso, bro, you have no chance of beating Damian Priest for this belt, especially right now.
you ain't got the backup. If you
You're
ain't
you're
coming with the squad, you don't have the backup, nigga. And I guarantee you, CM
and
Punk ain't gonna be there to help you. Your brother definitely ain't gonna be. Well, he might be, depending on what happens after.
you're right.
After we'll
And we'll
get to
get
that
to
later.
that in here in a second. But
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
but like I was gonna say, but what did but a question for you, which is my answer to what you're just saying. What did Undertaker tell Shane McMahon at WrestleMania?
It still ain't gonna be enough.
It
You can
still
come with
won't
your
be
little backup.
enough.
Seth Rollins ain't about to back you up, nigga. Cody Rhodes ain't about to back you up, nigga. The bloodline feud is done and dusted, nigga. Now everything that you got is on your
It's
own, homie.
over.
And
Exactly.
you trying to go up against the Judgment Day, solo
No,
dolo, or Becker shows, nigga. You
you're
need at
right.
least 3 niggas on the squad to do that.
Because if the bloodline is really on the bubble, and we about to go ahead and get into it, folks. But if they're really on the bubble, the Judgment Day is the faction in the WWE. Because Karrion Cross tried to make his little final testament, but like it's Judgment Day,
Right.
and nobody
Almighty,
escapes
y'all
judgment.
sound good coming out, nigga, but that's not enough. It's not enough for the Judgment Day.
It's not, and nobody escapes judgment.
So we slide into April 12th. SmackDown starts. And who opens the show yet again is fucking Cody Rhodes. I said, oh, it's another 30-minute fucking promo. Another 30
Man,
minute promo. It wasn't. It was only 12 minutes, but that's still like we got enough of you on Monday, brother. We got enough on you on Monday. Why are you on SmackDown now?
to say the same thing that I said Monday night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. I want
Yes,
people to
nigga.
believe that I'm undisputed and undeniable now, but I'm still the same little stardust. I'm still the same little one, Randy Orton's little friend. I'm still the same guy. And at the end of the day, I'm the perfect heel because I don't know it. I'm gonna bring in my apprentice MJF, and I'm gonna have a semi stranglehold on this thing and start a whole new nightmare family.
If he bring in MJF, that's the
He
one
bringing in, he
taking
gonna
them
bring
off
his
of him.
brother back. Yeah, Gold Dust is coming back.
That ain't gonna be enough. And so
No, I'm just saying as far as him being there, but he's gonna bring back the whole family.
I guess after Cody Rhodes talks, he did about 12 minutes on his promo. Very first match was LA Knight versus Bobby Lashley versus Santos Escobar. Little triple threat match. Uh, which was cool because that whole funk between Santos Escobar and Legado del Fantasma versus the Almighty faction with the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. That's
Right.
that's kind of where they cap at right there. That's where they cap at. Don't try to reach above and try to go for the Judgment Day then, because that's exactly where you need to stay, right there with Santos Escobar and them.
Right in the pocket. Stay in
Know
the
your role.
cusp.
Goddamn right. So LA Knight, of course, he won that match. I'm really anxious to see what's going on between him and AJ Styles, nigga,
You
because
know it's coming, man. Styles and LA Knight too, because dude, and anyway, I'm just gonna say what it is. Y'all watch the show. Y'all know I don't fuck with LA Knight, man. I'm not a fan. He's a catchphrase. Yeah, yeah. Like I'm, bro. It's just amazing how they let him be somebody so phenomenal at WrestleMania. Like it was the most flabbergasting loss of the evening, in my opinion, and I don't know why they're not letting AJ just run off on this dude and even on the division to to even be close to another title run because dude, every one of AJ Styles championship runs have been deadly, bro. He put down real people. He had everything going the way he wanted it to go, and his hair is fluffy and feathered. Man, he can win a
yep,
dodgeball tournament today.
yep, you goddamn right he can. Fucking AJ Styles, man, the state that he is in, it's criminal. With the physique that he has right now and the work that he's putting in that ring, it's criminal that he's nowhere near that title
Any
opportunity.
title belt, bro. Let him be Logan Paul. At least let make him U.S. champion. Like if you ain't gonna do nothing else, 'cause I just don't get it.
I don't know about Logan Paul. He can definitely go after that Intercontinental champion to get it up off of Sammy though. Logan
Mm-hmm.
Paul, he's doing great work, nigga, as a U.S. champion. He's doing amazing work
Mm-hmm.
as a U.S. champion. Nigga. Uh,
Yeah, he's easy to hate. He's got great in ring moves. He is the perfect heel right now. But
then I'm,
do you
yeah,
want the perfect heel or do you want a phenomenal heel?
that's what I'm
Do
talking
you
about.
want a phenomenal
AJ Styles is the one. Nigga.
dude? And it will always be the one and only. Like Cody Rhodes said, me and AJ Styles are the only people to hold the IWA or NWA championships
Yeah,
and the
two of the four
WWE
people to only
championships.
hold the NWA and WWE champion.
Nigga, you're
Okay.
not Ric Flair. Like for some reason, bro, I don't know why Cody Rhodes think he Ric Flair and keep trying to throw his accolades into the Flair esque kind of realm, nigga. You're Stardust still, and I don't care if you don't win the WWE title, bro. You're still Stardust, bro. Like I just, it don't matter, bro. You finish the story that no one will remember.
Absolutely. Speaking of stories, nigga, the story of the night, right after LA Knight's match, Solo Sokoa comes out with Paul Heyman and Jimmy Uso,
Man,
and Paul Heyman cuts a promo, says that accountability is a big word on the island of relevancy,
it
and
is.
we got to be held accountable.
Because when you're a tribal chief, you know all about accountability. Because you gotta maintain for the folks below you. You gotta make sure every food hits every table, not just your
Yeah,
chief's table. Talking about everybody, your generals, your soldiers, your captains. It's hard being tribal chief. That's why accountability is a must.
It
And
must
shout out
be.
to Ro Ray for giving such a prompt directive.
Damn right. And then before Paul Heyman can get into his spiel, Solo cut him off.
Man,
And this is where I had to write down in my notes. I have it in my notes. This nigga Solo Sokola is delusional. He's like, oh, so if we being accountable, then losses are accountable. And if losses happen, that means shit got to change. But didn't you just lose two main events
dude,
back to back
Solo
on?
Sokoa has lost 28 matches in a row since he beat the last dude. Who was it? I think it was not, or since the John Cena match they said, or something like that. Since then, bro, he's been 0-28.
Good God, bro. So Solo Sokola is delusional because Jimmy couldn't beat Jay. He gonna try to kick him out the bloodline.
And you, the youngest brother, you suffering delusion of grandeur. You only been North American champion. You don't even know what time it is.
He's crazy, bro. He's crazy. And then had his cousin or
Man,
Tama
yeah,
Tonga,
cousin Tama, I would say Tomalova, whatever the boy name is, Tama
Tama
Tonga.
Tonga got out of there. Nigga, he got out of New Japan. Nigga, he said, "You see this nigga over here giving out GTSs, nigga? I don't want none of that smoke. I'm slide over here to WWE, where the nigga that does the GTS is always out of commission on some
Right.
crutches and shit on a brace, doing something else with his life, nigga." And they killed, they killed this nigga Jimmy to the
They
point where I
did.
thought Paul Heyman later on in the show was about to give a eulogy before he got cut off.
Boy, you see after the whole shit, he was like, call Roman. He was trying to call
Call
Roman
Roman
Reigns.
this goddamn phone and stomp on it, man. I was like, ooh, is he going against Roman? But nah, apparently Tama Tonga said by order of the tribal chief. Paul Heyman was like,
Right.
what the hell does that mean?
You're right. He didn't tell me.
He didn't tell me. You goddamn
Yeah,
right.
bro.
They
And
hemmed up Jimmy, had him looking slumped, dumped, and off to the races, nigga, back in the trainer's room. Not to be
back
heard from
right.
again the rest of that
Back
night.
to the performance center.
Goddamn right, nigga. So Solo Sokoa hit him with the spike. Then they set up the chair in the corner, gave him the hip bump
Gave him his daddy special, nigga, the rear end. Boom blam.
with the chair, nigga. Killed that nigga. Concussed, thoroughly concussed.
Yeah,
After that
man.
shock and awe, and I was like, ooh, what's going on here? They basically bullied Paul Heyman out of the ring and said, you coming with us, nigga. You are wise man now. So I'm really
He's like,
wanting to.
look, he already been though. You gotta look, man. You the wise man of the bloodline. You
So
need to
what's Jimmy
fall in
gonna do
line.
now?
You
Is
better
he gonna
fall in
go
line.
crawling back to Jay,
Yeah, for sure.
apologizing for all that recklessness?
For sure. Cause by the time this is what I think gonna happen. By the time the Netflix deal roll around, it's gonna be the new bloodline versus the old bloodline. It's gonna be to settle all the cases. Jimmy and Jay gonna fall in line back under Roman. Roman gonna talk about hey, he's gonna be a better. It's gonna be a face bloodline versus the heel bloodline with Soul Sokoa. I'm telling you, okay. Like I said, when it happens, like I said, folks, y'all when y'all mark yourself so and when it happens, just type in a comment, Jordan, you the dude, just type dude, you the Oracle. Like I said, bro, I see this shit all the time, man. Like I said, you ain't gotta believe me now.
It's not that I don't believe you. I just don't like that direction. I don't. New bloodline versus old bloodline. So Jimmy gonna go crawling back to Jay and say, "I need your help taking out the bloodline," and Jay is just gonna be like, well, "All right, brother, come on in, come on
Bum,
into the
bum,
phone."
bum, 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 bum. This is Wolfpack versus World Order. Bum, 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 bum,
That's some
bum,
lazy shit,
bum,
in my
bum.
opinion. But they could do.
Yeah, but look, if Marvel can regurgitate and get lazy, why can't look? We just seen Endgame. Y'all brought y'all just brought Endgame to end row Ray. You don't think these niggas lazy on the pen right now?
I don't know. I don't know. I
I
want to
said,
see how Jimmy's going to ingratiate himself because you know he's not going to be able. He's not going to be able to stand on his own.
None of neither one, Jimmy or Jay. He called himself man Jay, so but
Jay tried though. Jay
he
tried, and if it wasn't
I
for Jimmy,
understand trying, but he gonna be just like his daddy, bro. You side character at best. Tag. And it's no offense, and that ain't even real. Anyway, Bailey got a bubble. If y'all didn't
yeah,
see her as traditional with the with the belt on her moving into toward the end of SmackDown, Bailey was bubbled up.
absolutely. He came out pro mode out talking about I want to call out some people that I think helped me get to where I am. This, that, and the other. Wasn't really paying attention to her because all of a sudden Tiffany Stratton music hit, and I was like, "Oh yeah!" Now you got a
and
problem, Bailey.
and ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, I've been high on her. If y'all ain't seen the Elimination Chamber, you need to go back and get you some of that
Yeah,
because she was
I
going
was thoroughly a fan at the elimination chamber. I said, "This girl right here, yeah, keep
because
your eyes
less is
both your
look,
eyes."
look, y'all. We're not accolade tossers, less especially. But I told him, I said, bro, I'm already on the boat. You gonna see? He said she gonna have to show me. And at the end of the match, he said, well, by God, damn near by
I have
God.
witnessed, nigga. You damn right, Tiffany Stratton. So the fact that she wasn't at WrestleMania also was like, they
It's a
missed the
travesty.
opportunity there. They
Yeah,
missed they missed a big opportunity there. But Tiffany
you
Stratton said, "I'm gonna throw my hat in. You obviously about to give an open challenge, so let's do it." And she was like, "I'm not about to give you an open challenge. I was about to let Naomi know she's up next." And Naomi
right,
came out. Tiffany Stratton was like, "What? Naomi? I already beat her. Nigga, what are you talking about? It's
right.
my turn. It's my turn." Naomi came out and was like, well, you don't know. I did this, that, and the other." I said, "Oh, go. Here we go. Here come a match." And they gonna give
That's
it
what
to
I'm
Naomi.
saying. You know what time it is. I told you, but we done already talked about it, dude. Naomi, she semi elevated that belt when it was her time too. Cause you got to think about it, man. WWE been wanting a black woman to be champion for a long time, a black woman who's believable, and they couldn't get one until Bianca Belair. And then
True.
once you got these here, now you got Yam Gill. It's over. Naomi's automatically third in this title thing. Like folks, and I'm not saying this is a racist thing, it ain't a black or white thing, it ain't what it is.
It used to be.
But it used to be, but I'm talking about now.
Hmm.
These women are so undeniable in talent, bro. It don't make sense to keep trying to throw Charlotte and Becky and these other bitches in the situation when they can't nearly compete on the level of athleticism, the level of pop, and the level of beauty, dude. And I'm just sorry. This thing is sold up. It's
It's
sold
sold
up,
up.
bro.
You damn right, nigga. You saw the three: Jay Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca Belair. Nigga, they are the future.
The
They,
future of the women's division, point blank period. Until what's her name come up from NXT, the other thing, little chick they got, I forgot her name. I have to look it up, folks. I have it for you next episode. But dude, man, they gonna start a stable of these stallions, and like I said, man, Stratton and them other young chicks will have their time eventually. Y'all could be great mid carders, but that's why you got to come out with that women's U.S. or women's continental or international or women, even women's light featherweight. You can call it because you don't want to call no woman fat. You don't call women light heavyweight. So you know what I mean. So you know what I'm saying. Like yeah. And until then, dude,
you
or until
absolutely
they,
right. You're
I just
absolutely
don't
right,
come.
100%. I couldn't have said it better myself, bro. You are absolutely right. They got too much talent on there. Tiffany Stratton's gonna have her time. She's gonna have her time. But right now, it looks like it's Naomi. Naomi went ahead, sealed her up in a match that I was like, okay, it's believable because it's Naomi. But everybody know Tiffany Stratton should have sold that shit up. I
Oh
know
yeah, I
Tiffany
know. We
Stratton
know it.
should have sold that shit right on up. After
Right.
that, Chelsea Green came back out. This time she brought back up Piper Niven. She was like, run it back, Jay. Run it back. Jay brought she was like, what you want to do? And then Bianca Belair came out and said, ooh, don't put them in, don't do it too. Because then you looking
Uh,
right there. If they keep putting them two together, nigga, you looking at the next tag team
You're
champion.
looking at it already, and that's why they look. This is why they need. If you need trios title, at least start with the women, because if you don't give her Naomi and Jade, bro, because there's too many women. Like I said, the women who's in well, I was about to say the Oscar Force, but what's it called, Damage Control.
Damage
And then
control,
you
yeah.
look at all the other women factions, and then especially women in NXT and shit, bro. You can put a trio title out there and let Jade, Bianca, and Naomi run it, bro, and it'll be leaving for at least a year, bro. At least.
More than a
At
year, nigga.
least.
There's not
No,
nobody taking over that
I'm saying minimum a year. Minimum 365. Minimum.
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 I said that if they are a tag team, that tag team is going to run dominant until one turn on the other, nigga.
Exactly. It's the women's shield at that point.
It's so crazy, nigga. Then we had our main event, Kevin Owens versus Rey Mysterio versus AJ Styles. I like how Kevin Owens came out. He was like, Byron, give me this mic, nigga. I'm taking it all the way to the stage. He said, what's this title? It's the Bengals title? Give me this. I'm taking this too, nigga. I'm
and
like,
my
champ.
and like I said, dude, like we had talked about on WrestleMania, we got about 5 minutes left, folks. But like we had talked about on WrestleMania, Kevin Owens is just a joy to have, dude, in wrestling, dude. He
He's got
like I
it, bro.
say,
He's
it's a
got it.
travesty that he's not a heavyweight champion or any kind of champion right now. It really is a travesty. Like he hasn't touched a title in years until after this bloodline situation when they won the tag titles briefly, him and Sammy.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, we talking about a dude who's really the first Universal Champion. I know Finn Balor won the match, but Kevin Owens carried that title and elevated it to what it was, and then had to lose to fucking Goldberg on some BS. Like, bro,
Overseas
Vince
at Saudi
McMahon
Arabia.
planning.
Yeah.
Right, Vince McMahon planning. Like, bro,
I'm not gonna
that
lie though, this finish, AJ Styles clashing, Rey Mysterio onto Kevin Owens from the second rope, nigga. I said, oh, okay, AJ. Why don't you have no title? Nigga? Oh, I'm so
yeah,
mad.
why don't we have more time? Exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro. Even AJ Styles could be cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, he would be a
Because
hell of a believer, light heavyweight or cruiserweight champion, bro, and he would
man,
carry that motherfucker.
for a long time, dude, and make it phenomenal.
Oh my god. What a match, bro! I'm not gonna lie. That was match of the night for me. Match of the week for me. Kevin
Yeah,
Owens, Rey Mysterio, AJ Styles. That was match of the week for me. I loved every minute of that match,
yeah.
and the finish was so picture perfect. Nigga, it was like, wow. But it wasn't Roman S. It wasn't Roman Reigns S. Where he stacked them and pinned them. God damn, nigga,
We'll
he was
never
just
see that
one
again.
dude to knock
That's
out the
that's
other dude. Mm,
that's my favorite WrestleMania finish of all time. So let me just stack these niggas up. 1, 2, 3, roll Ray, man. Shout out to the Tribal Chief again, man. But no, I'm right there with you, man. That was the best match of the week, and I swear the best promo of the week goes to the Judgment Day featuring our Truth, man.
yeah,
Like, dude, yeah, for some reason, them and they just can't miss. They can't fucking miss, dude. And it's so great for wrestling that you still got a dude who's 52, who's a WWE Tag Champion, who's arguably the most over dude in the company.
I
Like
mean,
real
he can't
talk.
miss. He can't miss. Our truth is the one, nigga. He is the one. He's gonna take that championship to whoever they lose. I don't care who they lose it to, nigga. It's gonna be hilarious the way it goes out, nigga.
It's gonna have to be. Like I said, dude, can't remember. Damn, my shit rocking. Can't anyway. Ron Killings is a joy to be around and a joy to have. So we hear it in the locker room. But ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much summarizing WrestleMania 40 aftermath, man. Raw and SmackDown. We're gonna be back here next week with more Raw and SmackDown, including AEW too coming up, man. Because there's been some stuff going on in AEW land. A shout out to Samoa Joe, the world heavyweight champion in AEW, probably the most ferocious champion they ever had. Les, you want to give something to the folks before we get out of here?
I was just gonna say, you damn right, man. That was the aftermath of WrestleMania. It's in the book, so it's all summed up. Man, we're gonna be taking a look at what's happening next week. Hopefully, Cody Rhodes can finish his victory lap, and we don't have to have another 30, 45 minute promo from him on both shows talking about nothing.
Nothing.
But other
Yeah,
than
but
that, man, I'm definitely waiting to see what this LA Knight AJ Styles going to crack off to be. That's what I'm looking forward to.
he ain't lying. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Around the Mat Saturday series. We'll be back with you real soon here. Like I said, we got a couple more shows coming down the pipe. Weekly episodics for SmackDown, Raw, AEW, Dynamite, Collision, Crash Course, whatever they want to call them. Pay-per-views are always unlocked. And until next time, we love you. We appreciate you.
Love you.